Welcome to Wonder Garden. After an orchid finishes blooming, many people tend to neglect its care, but this is actually a crucial stage to help the plant recover, develop healthy roots, and prepare for the next flowering cycle. If nurtured properly, the orchid will continue to grow, produce new leaves, and even bloom more beautifully than before. Today I'll guide you through creating a completely natural fertilizer using two familiar kitchen ingredients, onion and rice. This recipe is easy to make, cost-effective, and delivers noticeable results in nourishing roots and keeping leaves glossy and green. Not only for orchids, this fertilizer can also be used for many other plants in your garden, such as anthuriums, lilies, or indoor ornamental plants. Stay tuned until the end of the video to catch some small but incredibly useful tips for your garden. You can see that this orchid of mine has finished blooming and the flower spike is gradually drying up. Many people, seeing this, assume orchids only bloom once and regrettably rush to discard the plant when the flowers fade. But don't be hasty. This is precisely when the orchid is preparing to enter a new cycle. If you know how to care for it, it will continue to thrive, produce roots, leaves, and prepare for another vibrant bloom. Don't throw them away. Watch this video to the end. Follow these steps, and you'll be amazed by the results. To revive this orchid, the first thing we need to do is completely remove the old moss. Moss is often used in nurseries for its excellent moisture retention, but at home, if watering isn't well controlled, moss holds water too long, creating conditions for bacteria and fungi to thrive, leading to root rot and stem damage. So gently remove all the moss clinging to the base to expose the orchid's actual root system. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Rotten roots are typically dark brown, soft, easily detachable, and have an unpleasant odor. Healthy roots, on the other hand, are ivory white or pale green, firm and elastic. Use sterilized, specialized scissors to completely cut away the damaged roots, keeping only the living ones. This step helps the orchid shed its burden, prevents disease spread, and creates conditions for new roots to develop later. Handle gently to avoid damaging the base, as this part will continue to sustain the plant during recovery. For the flower spike, cut it back, leaving a short segment like this. Finally, after removing all damaged roots and pruning neatly, I'll rinse the entire orchid under clean running water. This step removes dirt and lingering pathogens on the stem and roots after processing. Use a gentle stream of water to avoid damaging the base or remaining roots. Rinsing thoroughly helps refresh the orchid, preparing it for the next step of recovery using natural ingredients. Now, I'll make use of discarded onions that are no longer suitable for cooking to create fertilizer for the plant. Instead of throwing them away, You can transform them into a highly useful ingredient for caring for orchids and other plants in your garden. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Onions are rich in sulfur, natural antioxidants, and antibacterial properties, which stimulate root growth, protect the plant from fungi, and repel certain harmful insects. With just a few simple steps, you'll have a natural, easy-to-make, safe, and effective fertilizer, while also reducing some kitchen waste. After chopping the onion finely, place all the onion pieces into a clean glass jar like this. To enhance the nutrients for the plant, I'll add 1 tablespoon of rice. Rice is a nutrient-rich ingredient, packed with B vitamins, especially B1 and B3, along with minerals like iron and magnesium, essential for nourishing roots and keeping orchid leaves glossy and green. Next, I'll add 500 milliliters of boiling water to the jar. The high temperature helps extract the nutrients from the onion and rice more effectively. Then, seal the lid tightly and let it steep overnight, giving the nutrients time to fully dissolve into the water. After one night, when the water has completely cooled, I'll filter out the liquid and discard the residue. We only keep the extracted liquid to use as fertilizer. With the extracted liquid, I'll dilute it with 1 liter of clean water. This reduces the concentration, making it easier for the plant to absorb and preventing overly strong solutions from affecting young roots or weak plants. Now, I'll soak the entire root system of the treated orchid in this onion and rice water solution. Soak for about 20 to 30 minutes to allow the nutrients to gradually penetrate the root tissues, providing natural sterilization and stimulating new root formation. While waiting, I'll use a soft cotton pad, lightly soaked in the diluted solution, to wipe the entire orchid leaves. Wiping both leaf surfaces not only cleans dust, but also allows the leaves to absorb a small amount of nutrients through their surface, boosting resilience and making the leaves glossier and healthier. In particular, onion's antibacterial properties make wiping with this solution effective in preventing fungi and harmful insects that often hide on the leaf undersides. Don't waste the remaining fertilizer solution. You can use it as a foliar fertilizer by pouring it into a spray bottle. and lightly misting the entire stem and leaves. This method allows nutrients to be quickly absorbed through the leaf surface, supporting photosynthesis, enhancing resilience, and keeping leaves lush, glossy, and healthy. Additionally, you can use this solution to water directly at the base of other plant pots. When absorbed through the roots, the vitamins and minerals from onion and rice will nourish the plant from within, stimulating strong and stable root development. After 30 minutes of soaking, I'll gently remove the orchid and let it air dry naturally. Next, place the plant in a dry, airy, and cool spot, avoiding direct sunlight for about 1 to 2 days. After 2 days of resting in a cool, airy spot, I'll repot this orchid into a new pot. I'll use a terracotta pot with ventilation holes around it to increase root aeration. First, as a habit with every repotting, I'll line the pot's base with a few clean foam pieces. Next, I'll use thoroughly treated pine bark as the main medium. Pine bark is one of the best mediums for orchids because it's airy, retains moderate moisture, and creates an ideal environment for healthy root growth. I'll place the orchid's base in the center of the pot. Gently covering it with pine bark to keep the plant stable. For added security, I'll insert a support stick into the medium and tie the plant to it. Finally, I'll cover with a thin layer of moss to retain moisture, creating favorable conditions for new root development. After repotting the orchid, I'll prepare more rice water to water the newly potted plant. This time, I'll use 2 tablespoons of rice and 500 milliliters of clean water. Stir well, filter to keep only the clear liquid, and water directly at the orchid's base. Rice water is rich in B vitamins, particularly vitamin B1, an essential nutrient for stimulating new root growth. Not only that, the natural minerals in rice also help the plant stabilize quickly, support cell regeneration, and boost resilience. Watering with rice water after repotting helps young roots quickly anchor to the medium, creating a solid foundation for the plant to thrive in the next phase. After 3 weeks of care, my orchid has started to grow vigorously. The first young roots have appeared, reaching out to seek the medium, a sign that the plant is recovering very well. The leaves have also become fresher, sturdier, and deeper green, indicating the plant has absorbed the necessary nutrients. In particular, a new young leaf has sprouted, the clearest sign that the plant is entering a growth cycle again. Orchids, I regularly care for with the onion and rice water mixture, have also developed very strongly. Their roots grow long, firmly anchoring to the medium, with lush, vibrant leaves. Notably, plants that typically struggle to bloom have started sprouting new flower buds. For plants that have bloomed before, when cared for with this recipe, the flowers last longer, retain color better, and stay fresh for longer than usual. This is clear proof that simple, accessible kitchen ingredients can become a life-saving recipe for orchids that seem exhausted. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Wonder Garden, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with simple yet effective tips for caring for orchids and many other plants in your garden. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to respond as soon as possible. See you in the next videos.